Hello. Today I unfortunately don't have very good energy to share any meaningful things. I'm probably gonna just use it as my own therapy session, like how I did when I stream. So I had a flu over 10 days ago and I'm still not recovered. I think I'm having a sinusitis. And on top of that, I think I have allergies. And it's been really horrible because next Monday I'm gonna start working already. And I really, really wanted to enjoy my last couple of days, to do things and enjoy the good weather and be relaxed. I have been going out, I have been meeting friends, I have been doing stuff, it's true. But I don't know if I'm going into a depressive episode. I don't really feel good. The worst thing is in the past if the weather is nice, I go out and feel the sun and everything. I would feel amazing. I would feel like I'm living for this, I think the world is beautiful and everything is just how it's supposed to be. Um, but honestly, the last couple of times when I went out, I couldn't feel that. I wish I could feel that, but I couldn't. And it scares me because if there are certain things that for sure will cheer me up and it doesn't work anymore, I'm worried that I'm being depressed. Like the time that I was like that. And I definitely feel like low energy most of the time and for example, like it's ups and downs. Yesterday started off really strong, like the day I woke up early. I finished a lot of things. I'm really productive. But then the second half of the day, I start to feel weak and uncomfortable. I finished my singing classes. It didn't make me feel good for the first time. Usually after the classes I feel good. And now I'm trying to think about why. I think it's because when I told my coach about my new job would be quite demanding, that I need to work in the evenings and sometimes weekends, um, he just wanting me to be careful of that and and just make sure that that respect for your time. And I was really just trying to tell him like, but it's already in the contract. It's like too late. I going into this knowing that it's gonna be like this. There's not gonna be really a moment that I could be like, you know what, I don't want to do this unless you decide to change your job. So I guess it's like I relied on certain people to give me the confidence to make decisions that I feel like I'm doing the right thing. But the moment when I make something, I make a decision, and then they're not really fully on board with that, I feel like I got influenced. Of course, partly it could be because, yes, um, I pay to have lessons with him afterwards. So if it's unstable, because I'm trying to tell him, if that's the case, of course it's gonna affect his, uh, business in a way that maybe, if I cannot have the lessons eventually and all that. Uh, like on top of my head, that's my impression. But on the other hand, I'm more like reflecting myself, thinking, shit, why am I so easily influenced by people? The decision that I made. Because part of me, I was scared as well. I was scared that, damn, if this is my new reality, can I actually do it? Would would I regret? Because at the end of the day, you earn some money so that you can spend time and spend the money with your loved ones. And my previous job salary is completely fine. And even though there are times I need to work longer, but it's never to a point that how like make it clear that no, there are times in the evenings and then weekends you need to work. It was never like that. Um, and I guess to a certain extent, my manager probably also shield us from that as well. Um, so I guess I have a lot of fear. Another fear is that, well, I did a lot of background checks and I realized, oh wait, okay, so first of all, I'm gonna work with a group of Germans. I mean, they're younger and I don't feel like they're Germans. They're quite international. Like the whole feeling when I have during the interviews or onboarding session, I feel like it's completely fine. But the moment when I realized that they are a bunch of really rich, like background, like rich kids, you say that, and then um, I'm talking about paying for a tuition, like monthly tuition, like 11,000 per month. Is this called 11,000? Not it never 1,100. 1,100 per month. It's kind of crazy. I feel like if this extent exists in Germany, I mean, I don't know. I overthink. I don't even want to go like third in the detail of my overthinking because I recognize this insane overthinking. And I think something triggered inside of me when I also see the socials. Well, very rarely I see somebody else socials and then I feel bad about myself. Like I honestly follow all kinds of people that I know around me. I think most of them actually live a very good life, and uh, you could argue that many of them have things that I don't even get to enjoy or whatever. But I never feel, envy or jealous or insecure because I like my life. I genuinely like my life, and I think I'm having such a good life compared to a lot of people already. But when I saw the social, that I know that the typical people that for genuinely having a good life with loving family, having setting up a business with best friends, and living all this, like, you can see that they're rich. And then I feel inferior. I feel like I'm scared of, like, think about it. I'm not making friends with them, but I'm gonna work with them. And just think about, you are somebody new from all these things. They are literally friends since school, and then they have a business together. And this is like maybe a first person, if not second, to work with them closely. And I'm so scared that I wouldn't fit in, as in, I understand that it's coming from. It's not because they are rich, because I've been with people who are. Yes, they're rich. It's about the family. I feel like those happy people, successful people, who are also having a good family background, are things that I feel inferior about. But it's very weird that I never feel this for, let's say, my friends or my partner or whatever. I don't know why it shows in this particular situation. And I'm trying to not overthink because I haven't even started. Like, that's how crazy it is. My brain wouldn't give me a break that every single moment I have to create a trouble and problems for myself, one after the other. I was feeling trouble to choose between two offers because it implies a different reality and different life direction. But now that I make a decision, I'm scared. And I feel like in the past when I changed my jobs, I don't feel that way. Maybe I forgot, but I was very clear. I feel like I remember that I'm not feeling what I'm feeling right now. Of course, there's like uncertainty about starting something new, but I kind of just it doesn't pop up in my head. Like I feel excited, and that's all. I feel like I'm like I'm excited. Like I'm gonna start the job, and before that, I'm gonna just enjoy myself. I'm going on a trip with my friend. I'm gonna eat good food, and I'm gonna just like. I know probably the other reason is that this job is about Web3, and there are lots of things that I feel like I need to get to know. That I feel like a fraud if I'm not doing more research to understand it. But that's actually not realistic in a way because, well, does it come easy for you? Is it something that you naturally pay attention to? I mean, for me, it really depends on what kind of topics. If you are like for me, if I'm interested in gaming, so I could possibly just mostly focusing on how blockchain technology affects gaming, the game development, and just keep a close eye on the news about all those things. And just read the digest and that's all. But now I feel like okay, this position feels like you have the responsibility to know beyond all those things. Because you're gonna I guess it's like the expectation for myself gets even higher that okay, I wanna be successful. Successful as in community manager, um, really bring people together. And if people who are the builders, the developers, the people who are more experts in the field coming to the place or going to an event, and if I cannot really understand, to a decent level, I feel like I fraud. I feel like I'm failing the position. And I guess this is something I have never thought about, but I'm just saying it as like a diary. It has been really helpful. I'm trying to figure out where my fear and where my worries at. So I guess the other thing is like my German level is definitely a concern. I mean, the job itself doesn't require German. It says it's like a plus to have proficiency. And I told them like I do have B2 level, so I can use it to do certain tasks. But to integrate or to fit in, I feel like the more videos I saw or the things that they're doing, I feel like I wasn't able to really go into the scene and really be part of a team if I cannot, for the minimum, joke around in German. But so far, they have never ever make me feel that way. They never make me feel like you have to speak German or like you know it's not. So it's all in my head. Honestly, it's just my desire to fit in. My desire, like the moment when they speak to each other, then they maybe they spoke a bit German, just slipped out. It's very normal because they're all Germans. I've never worked with only Germans before. That's another thing. I've only working in a more international environment. Even though the position requires German, it's more like using it as a language, as a tool, but not as a language to really socialize. And I think that is also a difference. Um, I don't know what makes me feel so scared about it because I do have many German friends that are very friendly and they're super willing to just speak German to me. Um, just because I told them that I want to improve. So I need to again remind myself all these things that I'm saying are just anxiety, are just fears about future events that haven't even taken place. It's just I'm already fast forward to the possibly outcome, and then I'm already living in that fear of the future in the future. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you never feel relaxed and happy, because it's one thing after the other. Even though I'm aware of it, I feel like I don't have the tools to really understand how to change that. Um, and now that I have a well-paying job, I'm also considering should I actually go back to my therapy. It's really expensive. It's like 100 euros. And now it increased to 120 euros for like 45 minutes. And if I do it like once per month, it's not even effective. Because at the end of the day, what I do in the therapy session is just I talk. I talk 80 or even 90% of the time. And the time went out of it. Like, it's go towards the very end, and that's all. Because I have so many things, I just don't stop speaking about it. And I kind of miss my old, better health therapist. Maybe I should try to connect with her again. Um, it could be a good idea, because I feel like now if I can avoid it, it's not a bad thing to have it. I used to all have it almost like every single week, because I had a very tough year that, you know, every day could go wrong. Like, I am honestly very sick and tired of getting sick and tired. I I I feel very weak. I feel low energy. I don't like my place being very messy. But right now, if I look into my kitchen area, is a mess. It's horrible. And I start to feel lost. I don't know what am I doing. I don't know what it is about. It's very scary because I have a loving partner. I have good friends. I have a potentially now a good paying job. The things that I can picture myself doing, I guess is a little bit of fear of what I don't understand. Like, when I before I changed my last job, I never done executive assistant. Like, but I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'll be fine. I can do it. But it's the fear of like how long it's gonna stay like this. That I'm feeling this emptiness and weakness. There are times that I can really enjoy little simple moments, little things, enjoying the ice cream, just have a very good nap, enjoying the sun. Even drinking water feels like it tastes good. The fact that I'm being just lazy and do nothing, but there's no consequences, nobody, will tell you do otherwise. But somehow something feels like is making me be numb. Yesterday, when I was finishing, like, I went to my friend's graduation. She took a film making course for 3 months. Super proud of her. She makes very good films. And on the way home, it's really cold. Tram's not working. When I went there, when I leave, it's the same. It didn't work, so I have to walk during the nights. Very cold. And I felt helpless. There are times that when things like this happen to me, it doesn't matter. I'll be like, oh, well, tomorrow I don't need to go to work. I've never been to this neighborhood. Let's just take a walk. I just enjoy walking in a new neighborhood. And it's safe anyways. Yes, it was cold, so that's why it's shit. But you know what? new experience. You know, I used to, I know the optimistic me and the normal me will have this kind of thinking pattern. But then yesterday, I just feel horrible. I just feel like I'm alone. I just feel hungry. I didn't get the time to eat dinner. I was really tired and weak when I had the lesson, before I even had the lesson. And after that, I'm really trying to push myself to go because I know it means so much for my friend. Like, because she has been depressed for so many years, and this is like after 5 years that she did something for herself and successfully. And so I definitely will have to be there. Even though I was late, so I missed the very touching part of the film. But like, I'm proud that I did that. And I guess it could be also, if I'm feeling sick, it will make everything feels down, like went downhill. You know, I don't know. I'm sorry for the negativity because I think I needed this kind of chances for me to talk to myself. I mean, I could possibly just don't post it, because I've already speak it up. Like, I already like say what it's on my head in a way that I didn't know that I was thinking. Um, yeah.